What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map, in the blue color, playing as Isis. His name is DoD Fox. His opponent today, on the other side of the map, in the red color, playing as Ra, also from the clan DoD. His name is PokerStar. This is the second game in the group stages of the RTS-Sanctuary Christmas Tournament. Fox won a very, very good game, so he's currently up 1-0 in a Greek war. Now they're playing an Egyptian war, so not going dittos, different gods. Isis versus Ra, Poseidon versus Zeus. So we're going to see what happens. This is what I believe. This is Fox's main gods. I believe he normally plays Isis. I have no idea what PokerStar's main god is because I haven't seen him play all too much. But I assume if he's picking Ra, he feels confident with Ra. Now, we need to be very specific with this because Voobly Balance Patch 3.0 is what they're playing on. Ra used to be very, very strong. Voobly Balance Patch 2.0, Ra was probably the top tier god, even though it's highly debatable, and I don't believe there was enough time put into the patch of playtime to really come up with any solid answers. But I think the consensus among the top players was Ra was this top god. So Ra took a little bit of a hit, lost some efficiency on the rain. So the rain bonus went down a little bit. So when you get that extra push of food from the rain, it's just a little bit less good. So that means that maybe potentially the balance in the Isis war has gone back in the favor of the Isis. I also think, I should check this because I'm probably going to misspeak, but I recall seeing Isis did get a small buff to Ancestors. His Ancestors Eclipse was completely destroyed, and I think that the patch team decided potentially that two god powers should be, if you cast two god powers, it should do a significant amount of stuff, and it just wasn't doing enough for the two god powers. Not that Isis was weak by any stretch of the imagination in the 2.0 balance patch, but it just felt a little bit underwhelming when you're using two god powers for basically at the same time. It felt underwhelming as opposed to something like Flaming Weapons Ragnarok or Restoration. That's not really one, but you get the idea. It felt a little bit underwhelming. Alrighty then. So now the map is Watering Hole, which means it gives you a lot of options as the Ra player. If we jump over here, a lot of options. Having Hunt means you don't have to scout. You use your pigs to scout. You scout over here, you scout over here with your pigs. If we jump over to PokerStar's perspective, we can see that he has done that, and he's spotted one hunt patch. Only need one. He's got the 2 rhino in his main base, so he doesn't even care. Only need this. And what that means is you have the options. You have options. You can either go stay on hunt, go Bast, go for a Scarab play against Isis, or Sphinx. If you go upgraded, Sphinx are incredibly strong against Egyptians because if you micro them really well, priests miss them. So priests go to shoot the Sphinx if they're moving and they're double upgraded, they don't get hit. So you can have some really strong micro, and it's super difficult for Isis to deal with them if you're incredible with your micro. The other option obviously was Scarabs. So you go 2-3 monuments in the classical age because you have that huge boost in food from Hunt and then Rain on top of that. So you get the Favor, you get the Scarabs or the Sphinx, and you Eclipse push, and you take your opponent's forward base out that they build. That's the general idea there. Or you can, what looks more likely is you can go for a fast mythic age because you've got so much hunt. You can get to the heroic age without casting Rain. So you go straight off the hunt all the way to the heroic age. Once you're going to the heroic age, you go for farms. You get your Shadouf farms. You cast Rain. Then you go straight to the mythic age. You use your Son of Osiris and Rock and Catapults to push your opponent off their third base. Also their forward base, take your third town center back and basically win the game there. As opposed to a normal game on say Oasis where you don't really have the option, you pretty much have to go 2 town center fast heroic. So we're going to see what PokerStar does. That being said, also it's very safe to go for that 2 town center fast heroic as well because you've got the back town center. There's not a lot that the Isis player can do to stop you. They can send like 5 priests forward and then try and harass that, but it's kind of hard to get them out before the town center goes up. But it doesn't look like, well, who knows what's going on there. ISIS player, on the other hand, you're pretty restricted in this matchup for what you're going to do. Pretty much, you want a fast heroic and grab their forward town center. That's pretty much what you want to do. It looks like grabbing the forward town center in the classical age is the option that Fox is going for. He's also picked up Boots of Kick Everything, which is actually a really, really good relic for both players. But so glad he got that one. That being said, though, looks like PokerStar's not going for too many myth units, so it's not going to help him out too much. So the prosperity has gone down, so that does indicate very fast second town center coming up for Fox. He's also got 17 villages on the gold. He's probably got pickaxe. Well, he doesn't even have pickaxe. That's a surprise, to be honest. Thought you would probably be able to afford that, but it looks like he's gathered no wood just yet, which is maybe a little bit inefficient. I feel like you could get to the classical age at this time in this exact same situation and have pickaxe at this point, but it looks like he hasn't gone for that, and he's probably going to move forward and grab a town center or two or farms and try and piggyback off the rain. So we'll see what he chooses to do. He's only grabbing one town center at the moment. Looks like. Well, he's sending 2 villager packs off to separate areas, so potentially he's grabbing. Okay, he's grabbing 2 town centers. It looks like. So I like that play from Fox. It's a little bit different from the standard steal your opponent's forward town center and then go from there. But it looks like what he's got. He's still got 800. So he's still gonna have 400 gold in the bank. So that's, I can't math, but it's like 7 farms or something like that. PokerStar, on the other hand, grabbing that second town center straight away. Grabbing Shadoof. He's probably got husbandry and plow coming up as soon as he's got the wood. Looks like he put villagers onto wood just a little bit late, so his plow is going to be just a touch late. His plow is going to be a touch late. You want to get that wood income maybe 1 villager earlier in this build order, and then you'll be sitting really, really well. But that's okay. It's fine. You're allowed to be a little bit inefficient. Looks like he's got a bunch of hunt as well, so maybe he doesn't want to farm. If he spotted what Fox is doing, which he probably could. He probably could have. It makes more sense for me if I'm PokerStar to think, okay, Fox is fast heroicing and grabbing my second town center. That's what it looks like if I'm PokerStar right now. But it turns out double town center and then grabbing farms. That's why the score discrepancy was like that. And you can see as soon as PokerStar's grabbing his armory, and it looks like as soon as Fox hits that third town center, maybe things will change. I would potentially even think about this and not cast rain and just hunt, and that might be the better option here for PokerStar when you see that third town center going up. But looks like he's committed to the farms, he's getting that armory up. He's going to be hitting the heroic gauge, maybe like 8 minutes and 30 seconds, give or take. You know, maybe 9 minutes. It looks like a little bit of an inefficient build order here, because normally with this build you're going to be hitting heroic age at 8:30 to 9 minutes. We'll see if he makes that. Fox, on the other hand, he doesn't actually have to do anything at this point. He doesn't need to produce any military units because it's quite obvious what PokerStar's doing. He can just sit back, boom, grab his armory, and go straight to the heroic age, which it looks like is his current plan. He's read what PokerStar's doing pretty well, but I reckon PokerStar potentially does have the option of maybe jumping straight to the mythic age. He's grabbing his monument to the soldiers, which makes me feel like he's not content with what's going on, and he's trying to shake things up a little bit, maybe start producing some Joss or some Scarabs. We'll see what god he does choose to go. But if he was going for the Scarabs, you should have put this monument in the archaic age pretty much straight away. You can do 4 villagers food, 2 villagers gold, and get you go monument, house, monument, and you get that second monument up very, very quickly. But we've got armies going up. Not seeing that 4 town center getting grabbed, so not too greedy from Fox. He's just playing quite safe on his 3 town centers and just getting an extreme amount of villagers pumping out. He's also looking a little bit like he's not that close. He is a little bit close. He's going to be about a minute behind PokerStar, it looks like. And we do see segment coming up. So I feel like this has been a change in the strategy for PokerStar. He originally wanted to go... I think he originally wanted to do some Hathor play, but he's seeing what's happened here with the 3 town center grab, and he's adjusting his build order, and I don't think it's going to be good enough. I think it just seems like not efficient enough, and Fox's build order is extremely efficient. So even if it is the correct play against this this build order or this strat from Fox, I feel like it's just gonna be a little bit too underwhelming and not push it. But we'll see. Maybe he can micro it really well, get those Scarabs onto the town center. He also doesn't have access to Blast, which means that the push is going to be even less strong. That being said, he does have some sort of an element of surprise, potentially going Sekhmet and then going Mythic Age, or something that Fox should be concerned with. Just because if you go Sekhmet, you have the access to Citadel, then you can sit 2 town centers versus 4 town centers and be sitting at 150 population instead of 140 population, which is pretty close to 160 population, so you can kind of get away with that. But Isis does have the extra population from her bonus God power, which means she'd be sitting at something like 169, 172 or something. Can't remember exactly what it is on 4 town centers without fortified town centers. We do see barracks coming up now, and we should basically see Fox grab pretty much just as soon as he hits Nephthys, grabs funeral rites, shuts down the Scarab, and then go from there. We do need to see a bunch. Oh, looks like there's some sort of early push. I don't like this. This is potentially not what you want to do, but maybe he can pick off a unit or two. It looks like he's going for the Obelisk. The Wadget's getting attacked. I don't know why he built that second Wadget. It's a bit of a waste of favor, especially maybe he just forgot to cancel it or something. Didn't react in time. We do see Funeral Rites is getting grabbed straight away, just like I said. Very, very strong play by Fox. He's seeing that he needs to be able to kill these Scarabs very quickly. Scarabs are such tanks that they have 75% pierce armor, and against pierce damage, it's like it doesn't even matter that you have like an 800% bonus versus myth units. So there's that. Looks like this. Well, you can't really get a Scarab to kill off a building foundation. They work a little bit differently from like catapults, which completely destroy these when they hit them. I'm not exactly sure how they work, but it doesn't do that much. A little bit of a shifting stance there. Going to be picking off I like that, picking off the priest and the pharaoh. Very, very good. We do see Ancestors Eclipse getting cast. So this is very good for PokerStar. He should simply just retreat now. He should not be trying to fight this. Just retreat. Ancestors do have a small. Well, they don't have a bonus. I thought they had a bonus against Myth units, but it looks like they don't. But they do have a sick amount of damage, and you can just focus fire them down with the there we go. Both of those Scarabs dying, Town Center stays up. So unfortunately for PokerStar, that fight not going in his favor at all. PokerStar needs to now think about. I'm not sure how he can keep this going. He has forced the Ancestors Eclipse, so he's not at any significant disadvantage against what Isis can do. He just needs to either sneak this town center somehow, which would be cool. Maybe build a dock, send some villagers over there. It's not being scouted. Fox doesn't see it, so it is an option to get this happening. And then when Fox goes to kill that one, you make another push and you try and kill the middle. Or he needs to sit back, get to the Mythic Age before his opponent, and then start getting some catapult shenanigans happening. But at this point in the game, it looks like PokerStar's hurting. He's hurting quite a lot for some reason. I guess he's hurting so much just because he didn't retreat. He thought he could take the town center down. If he did kill the town center, it would have been a good win for him. But unfortunately, no town center's dead there. And it looks like PokerStar's now going to have to move in and try and pick off more of what Fox has. Fox is a really overproduced priest now, so this does give PokerStar a really nice chance to push in here. Because priests don't really do that much damage to anything apart from myth units, so you can pretty much kill them all off, and that's kind of how many priests does he have? Fox. He's got like 8 priests. That's 800 gold worth of units there. So wouldn't be a bad idea to just make this push happen and come in and try and pick off what he can. Pick off the temple, pick off the barracks, and then start hitting that town center, picking off any villagers that come in and try and kill him off. When you move to the soldiers is coming up. I like that from Fox. That's going to GP protect his town center from Tornado. But that being said, I would never go Tornado against Egypt. Always going Osiris is the better idea against Isis, simply because mummies counter elephants so well, and it means that Thoth is not going to be an issue you have to deal with. Horus is generally not a god you want to be going as Ra against Isis. The siege tower is coming in now, so they're actually doing what I said. They're going to be picking off the temple, then they pick off the barracks, and they're going to have to do some back and forth action here while they pick off all of these units. You don't want to have the siege towers die to villages. They die very, very quickly to villages, so you need to jockey back and forth and just kind of do what they can in order to kill anything. We have so many villages on gold, 30 villages on gold for Fox right now, so he can produce mercenary cavalry like they're nothing. He also has shaft mine, not quarry, but shaft mine at this point in the game with that many villages on gold is going to allow him to produce so many mercenary cavalry. It wouldn't be a bad idea for like PokerStar to just retreat now and abuse the fact that these mercenary have been significantly nerfed in this balance patch. If he produces them, you can just run away and they will die, as opposed to the old game, so the old patch where they don't die. Instead, it looks like mercenary cavalry are going to be getting picked off instead of just letting them die, which is the general strat you want to be going for in this balance patch. And these siege towers getting picked off by the villagers, and it looks like Fox is pushing through right now. He's going to be able to take this game, I reckon, and there we go. PokerStar does decide to tap out. GG. I think it was really well played by Fox there. I think PokerStar actually did the right strategies but made the wrong call with his military. Potentially would have been a better idea to go double monument in the arcade cage. If you go double monument in the arcade cage, get those 3 scarabs out instead of 2, maybe then he could have been able to pick off the town center against the Ancestors Eclipse. But that being said, like I said, it was going to be a little bit underwhelming because he didn't have that second monument out early enough. That being said, though, he could have just retreated against the Ancestors, so kept those scarabs alive, force the priests out, which they came out anyways, but force the priests out, and then make another push with some siege towers to help defend against them. And I reckon he could have come away with a little bit of a better push, potentially even taking this location and then having more of an even game, and he has to then come and take out the other town center of Fox. Anyways, I was really well played. Fox winning this little game 2-0. My name's Boit. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the game, please rate, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to see the videos as soon as they come out. And I'll see you guys next time.